Okay, test, test.
Okay, test, test.
Can you guys hear me?
You guys hear me?
Hear me talking?
Hear me talking?
Hear the drums?
Hear the drums?
Hey, how are you, Mark?
Hey, how are you, Mark?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hear the drums
Hear
okay?
the drums okay?
There's a lot of delay
A
on
lot
this.
of delay on this. I'm trying.
Can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
An echo.
An echo.
Hold on.
Hold on.
How about now? Do I have an
How about
echo,
now? Do I have
gentlemen?
an echo, gentlemen?
Still an echo?
Still an echo?
Oh well.
Oh well.
I'm trying to get the echo out.
Trying to get the echo out. I don't know how to get it out.
Echo gone?
Echo gone?
It should be gone now.
Should be gone now.
Still an echo? I've been on this computer all day.
All day.
Don't be sorry to say
Don't be
yes.
sorry
I'm
to
trying to
say
get it
yes.
out
I'm
of
trying
here.
to get it out of here.
All right, let me try one more
Let me
thing.
try one more thing.
Hold tight.
Hold tight.
Okay,
Okay.
that's the best I can
That's
do
the
right
best
now.
I can do right
The
now.
echo's
I don't know
still
if
there.
The echo's still there.
Hear me twice.
Hear me twice.
Aye, boonga.
Ay, hunga.
Let's try that.
Let's try that.
Testing, one, two.
Testing. 1, 2.
I'm trying to do a
I'm
lesson.
trying to
like
do a
that.
lesson. I got echo.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Still hear me twice,
Still hear me
gentlemen?
twice, gentlemen?
I need your help.
I need your help. There should be no echo now. Try it one more time. Any echo? I've done everything I possibly know how. It's okay now? All right. Okay, Paul, you there? Mr. Paul, you there? Okay. Jeez. I've been having problems with the bass drum. When I hit the bass drum, and I played back the recording, and when I hit the bass drum, it sounds like I'm hitting the flam. It should be one shot. So I'm going to hit the bass drum, and tell me how the bass drum sounds. Does that sound like one shot? Yes, no? Okay, Paul, you have you have the PDFs. Mark, you've been here before? What a delay here. Mercy, Lord be. You're hearing a flam. Unreal. You have the PDFs. You're still hearing a flam? Oh, Lord. Let me remove one microphone. Hold it, guys. I need to get this right. Oh. Now what I did, I disconnected the microphone to the bass drum. Let's see what happens. I'm going to hit the bass drum. Tell me what happens. You still getting the flam there, Paul? We're going to be working with eighth note triplets tonight, Mark. Paul has the PDFs. Now let me know if you're still getting the flam. Well, the ring I can't do. I have my bass drum wide open, and it explodes. I dig it in, like that. Okay, what I'm going to do tonight, we had this afternoon, it is a ring. The echo, no flame, that's all I need to know. What I'm going to do, what I did this afternoon, first of all, before I go, I've been sending PDFs out, Mark, and I'll send you the PDFs tonight, after the lesson. Just email me, okay? And I'll send them to you. It's Matt Patella, 1001 @gmail.com. Okay, now what I've been doing for the last 4 or 5 months is sending PDFs to everybody and giving free lessons. Now the members are the only ones that should be getting PDFs. So I will send you the PDFs this time. If you want to continue, you're going to come back, I hope you do, and you want the PDFs, you're going to have to become a member of my site. Okay, and if you remember, if you become a member, you go to the student section, and there's PDFs from day one. That's like 2 years ago. A tremendous amount of PDFs. Now, you have my email. It's Matt Patella, 1001 @gmail.com. Maybe, here, let me put it in. I don't know if it's going to accept it or not. Then we get to the lesson. All right, there's the, that's the email. It's 1001, I'm sorry. It's 1001 @gmail. Now, what I'm doing, and I decided to do this, like, I'm doing a lot of talking, helping answer some questions if I can. So what I intend to do, this is going to be on YouTube after the lesson. Or YouTube automatically uploads it to my site. What I'm going to do though, tonight's subject, I'm going to make an individual video from now on the day's lesson. What I'm doing today, what I did this afternoon, plus what I'm doing this evening. So that's going to help. All right. Okay, Mark. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do tonight. We did one surface this afternoon using the 8th note triplet as a stick control formula. Okay? And it's a hand exercise is what it is. And it really prepares you to put yourself in position to attack the up-and-coming accent with no effort whatsoever. It's just a natural flow. And then I'm taking that lesson I did this afternoon and doing a drum set application, but changing the voices, using it as a linear concept. Okay, so let me just go over what I did this afternoon. I took the 8th note triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and First off, Mark, where are you from? Because if you're from Europe, Europeans have a different way of counting triplets. And they're not wrong at all, it's just that it's not the way I count them. I count 8th note triplets 2 different ways. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's one way. Normally that's how I count the triplet. Occasionally I'll count the triplet as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And that's for subdivisional reasons. So that's the two ways that I count it. Now there's other ways out there, like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, or whatever you want to call it. I count the triplet 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me just go over some little bit of this afternoon's lesson. Okay? The sticking that I use for the right triplet, starting with the right hand, is right, left, left, right, left, left. So I'm going to do one measure of that sticking pattern with the triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a simple pattern. Okay, now I take it to the other side, the left, and I use the left as the free stroke, or full stroke rather, and the 2 ghost notes. So what I do, oh okay, the Philippines. Oh, you're far away, you're close by. Just kidding. Okay, so now, what I've done is I took a formula, I made R become something. R becomes a right, left, left triplet. So when I see a right, it's 1 and up. Okay, and I see a left, I begin with the left hand. 1 and up. So now, I'm going to follow the sticking in stick control. Right, left, the first line. So this is going to be right, 1, this is going to be left. Now something's going to happen here, because it's also a good journey with the level system. Now, when I mention level system, everybody kind of runs away. But that's how you play, period, whether you realize it or not. So by me breaking it down, explaining what's occurring when you play, you reinforce what's natural and you make the flow a lot easier. So this is equal to right, this is equal to left. So now, when I'm playing the sequence right, left, my levels are going to change. I'm going to have a downstroke, a tap, and an upstroke. I'm in position to nail the left side. Down, tap, up to the right. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what predicates the motion, okay, is, wait. All right, wait till we get into it. What predicates the motion, whether it's a downstroke, a free stroke, or a tap, or an upstroke, is the positioning of the sticking. If I had 2 rights, it would be a free stroke, tap, tap. Then I'm going to go to the right again, but I'm going to change. My next one is going to be to the left, so I have to come down. 2 and I'm in position. 3, left, left, right, right, left, left. Now this is what I did this afternoon on one surface. Now you could orchestrate this any way you'd like. I'm just giving it to you as a hand exercise. We're not working any parts of a tune, we're developing a rock pattern, or whatever. It's a hand exercise. Okay, so if I did line, say, 13, which is right, left, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can play these all over the place. I just want to contain them to one voice right now. Okay? That is Mark, and there's Paul. Who else is in here? You understand what I just did, Paul? There's a couple other guys in here. Guys, jump into the chat. Now that's just the one surface. I usually do that on the drum pad. It's a workout. It's like, you know, if you're, I mean, it's not a sport, but it's a conditioner for your hands. If you play, for example, football or do karate, all right? You exercise, you do push-ups, you do sit-ups, you do stretches. Well, this is what this is, but I don't refer to it as a sport. You're developing drumming muscles. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this afternoon's lesson. I like to get into a new lesson, a linear concept, utilizing that triplet with changing my voices. Now, for those who don't know, oh, that's, he studied with Joe Morello. That was the owner of Modern Drummer magazine. Is that who that was, Mark? I believe so. He was a student of Morello. All right, so if you understand the system, no problem. But he was, I believe, he passed on. He was the owner of Modern Drummer magazine in Montclair, New Jersey, I believe. And we're talking about the same person. All right, so I'm going to go to what I want to show you. I want to show you two different exercises tonight, linear concepts. All right, for those who are watching, and me as an educator, I can't assume anything, so I'm going to tell you what linear is. Linear is a straight line, okay, a rhythm. I'm not going to talk about the harmonies, I'm not going to talk about the scientific approach of Einstein and all that stuff, but it's a straight line of rhythm. When you play it, no two notes or two voices hit at the same time. I'm going to give you first off line 1 through 72 of the stick control book. If you don't use any foot and just play on one surface or wherever you want to play it, it's a linear line. Every line in that book from 1 to 72 is linear. Okay, so that's the first, you're playing linear, you don't even know it from the stick control book. So, for example, let me demonstrate line 1, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I just played a linear line of eighth notes. I could play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I still play the same line, but it distributed the voices. It's still linear. Now, if I play two notes at the same time, that's referred to as layered or harmonic. For example, that's not a linear line, that's a layered line. Now, a broken line, for example, I play the first line of stick control book, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, linear. Now if I play 1, 2 and 3 and 4, what I just played was not linear. That was a broken line. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, I know who that is. I'm sorry. Great drummer. I'm sorry. He passed on, I believe. I think I have a few of his books. All right, let's go to, first of all, how old are you, Mark? In the 70s? I mean, you're talking 45, almost 50 years ago. I thought I was the oldest drummer in the world. At 70. Okay. The lesson for tonight, if you have the PDF, Paul, like I said, I'm going to make a video of this only, instead of me talking all the way I'm talking. And it's essential that I do talk when I'm giving a live lesson, as opposed to making a video. So we're going to take that triplet. If you remember, 1, 2, 3, But we're gonna use the bass drum, the snare drum, and the right hand on the hi-hat. Those three voices. Now, I'm gonna use a substitution for when I play a right. So if I see a right, it's gonna be one and the. When I see a left, I'm gonna take my right hand and play it on the hi-hat. One and the. So I establish what my right is, one, then my left. So I'm playing a linear line of triplets, and I'm distributing the voices that way. I locked myself into that. And I take that and take stick control book and utilize the beauty of his 65, his sticking. I'm 70, so I got you. Respect your elders. All right, so I'm going to take line one, which would be right, left, right, left, one and the two and the three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four. Now I'm going to go right to line three because all line two is the reverse of what I just did. Line three, you have two rights and two lefts. So this is the right, one, two, left, left, right, right, left, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four. So I'll do it up a little bit. Put that on the metronome, do it for 3 or 4 minutes each line. Now we'll do line 5. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Do we understand that, gentlemen? I just need a Y for yes, or if you'd like me to go over it, I will. It's not a problem if you don't understand it. To make sure that you do understand it, just let me know. Now we're taking that in an eighth note formation, eighth note triplet. Now, you can interact with that inside of a funk pattern. So the way I work that, instead of me using eighth note triplets, 1 and 2, I'm going to do 16th note triplets. 1. Count it for you. 1, 2. Very simple pattern. You create your own pattern. I'm just giving you off the wall kind of demonstration here. I mean, I haven't, put anything into gold there. It's just, you orchestrating it. I mean, I'm using the voices, I'm giving you one. You can do anything you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There you go. Anything you want to do. That's where you're going, but there's no shortcuts to this. What you need is 1 and 2 and 3. That's a 16th note feel. The 8th note triplet, 1 and 2, 3, 4. You think 8th notes, 16th note, 8th note triplets. I mean, 16th note triplets. Nice, it gives you a nice effect. I'm going to be writing some things out as well. Okay, that takes care of what I did this afternoon And tonight's new thing, I'm gonna give one more linear concept, which comes again, excuse me, from the stick control book. And I've made my statements many, many times. Everything you play comes from the stick control book. Everything. Mozambique, samba, jazz patterns, even polkas, and marches. But everything comes out of the stick control book. Four-way coordination. Okay, I have some good concepts that you guys might be interested with the four-way coordination, but that's another lesson. I like to continue with using the stick control book right now, using a linear concept. Instead of using the eighth note triplet, 1 enda, 2 enda, 3 enda, 4 enda, we're going to go to 16th notes. Now I count my 16th notes as 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the. Now, with this next exercise, the E and of each downbeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, is going to remain the same. So let's establish that. I'm counting 16ths, and my left hand's going to be on the snare drum. And I'm going to play the E ands constantly. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2. 3 E and 4 E and okay. That is constant. That's going to stay the same. What's going to change? The bass drum and the right hand on the hi-hat. Okay, so now, first, yeah, let me. This is not easy to teach. When I see a right, it's going to be the floor tom-tom. When I see a left, it's going to be the hi-hat with the foot. I mean, the stick. So I have 1 E and nothing on the da yet. 1 E and the. Left E and the. Right E and the. Left E and the. So with that being said, I'm leaving the da out for now. Okay? So I'm going to go to line 3 using that formula. 1 E and the. 2 E and the. 3 E and the. 4 and the. Now, that's going to be the same all throughout. This is going to be my right, this is going to be my left. So without me playing the E and the, if I did line 1, I'm counting 16ths though. I'm going to play the right and the left only. This is right E and the left E and the right. 2 E and the 3 E and the 4, line 3. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and 1 E and the 2 E and 3 E and the 4 E and the. You understand that? If I did the paradiddle, if I reference off the paradiddle line 5, it'd be right E and the left E and the right, and the right E and the left E and the right, left, left. Do we understand that? Now I'm going to put the E and in there, but I'm not playing the does yet. The line 3, right, right, left, left. 1, 3 E and the 4 E and the 2 E and 3 E and the 4 E. Now here comes the tricky part. And it's kind of hard to even write this out because there's a pickup note here. And we're not going to start with the pickup note. Every time before I hit the floor tom-tom, I hit the bass drum. Before I hit the hi-hat with my right hand, I'm going to play it with my foot. So I'm going to have the right E and the left E and the right, the left E. It's a nice little concept. Do we understand that, gentlemen? Mark, Paul? And whoever else? Need some response, gentlemen. Line 3. You like that, Mr. Paul? Okay. Now you have the PDF. Like I said, during the lesson, I'm doing too much talking. It's not that I'm doing too much talking, it has to be. So when I do the video, it's going to be just on this, or whatever I'm making the video on. Okay, so there's no, hello, how are you? Email me, this is what I'm doing, Baninga Banga, you know, all that good stuff. So, with that all being said, let me just go over the 3 things that I showed you this evening. All right, the thing that you did not receive a good lesson, well, a full lesson, was what I did this afternoon. I'm making a video on that one. But these 2 linear concepts, the triplet as 8th note triplet and 16th note triplet, and then the 16ths themselves. So let's do the 8th note triplet, okay? 1. Line 3. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we understand that one? Take it into a 16th note formation, 16th note triplet. Nice and easy. Quite simple. So on and so forth. Okay, we understand that. And the last linear concept was the 16th note. We're substituting the voices. For the right, the bass drum, and for the left, the right hand on the hi-hat. Right, the left. Okay, we all understand it. All right. It's just about time. I'm sorry about the issues, but everything is sounding okay. Is there still an echo with the bass drum? Okay, we all understand it. And is there still an echo on the drums? Paul? Mark? Okay, good. Now, Mark, are you going to email me? I'll send you the PDFs on this guy, okay? It's a lot of fun to do this. Now, I do my lessons at 1 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and 8:30 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Paul, so I don't forget, Wednesday this week at 8:30 there's going to be no lesson. Okay? Anyway, any questions before I sign off? And email me, Mark, I'll send you the PDFs. No problem. I think you might be interested in some hand exercises that I have as well. I'm going to let it go this time, but if you come back and you want the PDFs, you have to become a member of the site. Oh boy, I'm sorry about that, Paul. But I'm going to make it record. It'll be on YouTube, so you can view it from there. And if there is a PDF on that one, I'll send it to you. It's 10:11 here, it's 9. You're in Philly? Oh, you're in the Philippines. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Well, good morning. You're just starting your day. We are just ending our day. So it is an 11-hour difference here. You're welcome, Paul. Okay, Mark, email me. I'll send you some PDFs. Okay, gentlemen. With that all being said, you guys have a good night. And whoever wants to come tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. So if you have any questions, Mark, talk to me by email. Or if you have Skype, Paul? Mark? I got to get to you, Paul, on Skype yet. Sorry about that. I've just been overwhelmed. You have a kid. I don't know, I have two here. One wrestles every night and does karate. The other one plays basketball and in the band. That's good. Isn't it amazing what modern technology does? Here's Mark, you're in the Philippines. Paul, you're in the Chicago area, and I'm in New Jersey. Okay. I have 4 grandchildren, 2 older sons, and I have 2 from this marriage. So I have my hands full. You know what it is to be a daddy. Okay, gentlemen. Time for Uncle Matt to go. Have a good night.